you mean to me. I don't want to forget how you died and rose to set me free. I don't want to be another voice, ashamed to say your name. Jesus, you are so much greater, and my life will speak your fame. I love you with all of my heart. I love you with all of my life. I love you with all of my dreams. I love you. I don't wanna lose the chance to tell you what you mean to me. I don't wanna forget how you died and rose to set me free. I don't wanna be another voice, ashamed to say your name. Jesus, you are so much greater, and my life will speak your fame. I love you with all of my heart. I love you with all of my life. I love you with all of my dreams. I love you. Jesus, you are so good to me. 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 I love you with all of my heart. I love you with all of my life. I love you with all of my dreams. I love you. I love you with all of my heart. I love you with all of my life. I love you with all of my dreams. I love you. I don't wanna lose a chance to tell you what you mean to me. I don't wanna forget how you died and rose to set me free.
Dear Jesus, we don't want to forget that, God. We never want to forget the sacrifice that you made for us. And we love you so much, God. And I thank you for this opportunity for the kids to be able to show everyone how much they love God as well. I pray that you'd be with me in the remaining part of the service and be with everybody as we hear our message. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, kids. You did an awesome job. I just love, we have a lot of fun with our kids' services, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah. But you know what I love the most about our kids' services? I love watching these guys do this stuff in the kids' service. They worked really hard to learn all these things, and it's always great to see them get focused during one of our songs that we learned and really start praising and worshiping along with us. So it's so much fun to have them, and of course, it's always fun to do something to George. That's always a bonus. Do something to George. So go ahead, Joseph. I'm going to find somewhere I have water. Is this mine, Heather? Okay, then it's mine. Talking about Joseph, we should all know the story of Joseph. Joseph's one of those characters in the Bible that we read a lot about. But we can learn so many important lessons from Joseph. And I have to say, before I even start really in the lesson, I love this, Margaret. I love this. Look at this. Look at all our teenagers we got here. You know, it was 1 year ago. 1 year ago, Evan showed up and was our only teenager. 1 year ago. A year later, look at all the teenagers we've got here with us. Isn't that nice to see? Yeah. So we're talking about Joseph this morning, and this is one I've done a few times and I've heard before, but I just love the story of Joseph. So we'll go ahead, we're going to look at our... I don't know where he's going now. That's not it either. I'm done, we're praying. No, I'm just kidding. No. Yeah, go away. That works.
Yeah, this one.
You gotta love the tech guy. Love the tech guy. Let's look at the scripture we're talking about today. Go ahead, Joseph. Forward. Here we go. All things work together for good to those who love God. You know, I needed this reminder this week. If any of you saw my Facebook post, the last 3 Wednesdays have not been so good. Okay? They've not been the best 3 Wednesdays, and they've been getting progressively worse. Like, you know, had a headache, and broke my glasses, and broke my car. You know, they're getting a little worse. And I think this reminder of all things work together for good. I may not fully understand how my broken car is good, but God does. He's got some purpose that I may never fully understand until heaven. I believe in heaven I'll understand, but I may never fully understand here on earth why this happened. And so this is a good time to talk about Joseph. Now go ahead, Joseph, to the next Joseph slide. Here we go. We got lots of Josephs. From the pit to the palace. Okay, so here we have this kid. My kids are all excited to see what I have under here. It's a bag with a cloth. Wednesday night, they're like, what's under there? Okay. So we're going to use this cloth to represent Joseph. Okay? And when Joseph, here, when he was a kid, you know, he was the baby of the family for a long time. And I don't know, how many of you are the baby of the family? Right? Okay, babies of the family, right? They always get the special treatment, right? Yeah. The oldest ones are like, yes, you did. Trust me, right? He was the favored one of his father's children. He got all the good stuff, you know? To the point that one day his dad gave him that coat. Remember that coat? A really fancy coat. With all the colors. I mean, he was like, I'm so cool. Right? And then you top it off by the fact that he starts having these dreams. And the boy was not smart enough, because, you know, he was the favored one, to not tell anybody about his dream. No. He had to go brag to everybody about dreams. Hey, brother, did you hear what I dreamed? His brother's like, I don't really care. I don't like you. Look at your cool coat. I didn't get a cool coat. All I got was sent out with the sheep. What's up with this? So here we have Joseph, the favored one. His life's looking pretty good here, like my nice cloth. His life's looking good. Then what happens? Some of us know the story. He gets sent out to the field where his brothers are hanging out. And of course, his brother saw him coming and went, yes, Joseph's coming. Right?
No.
No, not even close. Like, oh, look at him. Joseph's coming. Dad always gives him the best stuff. Dad always lets him sit at the best place, gives him the best. Look at the coat he's wearing. And then he keeps bragging about all these dreams he's had. Look at him. I don't like this. So what do they decide to do? Well, initially they said they were going to kill him. That was the first thing. Let's kill him. Thankfully, he had one older brother who was like, whoa, maybe not kill him. Slow down. Hang on. Let's not actually kill him. So we decided to throw him into the pit instead. So he shows up thinking everybody's cool. You know, hey, brothers, I got some food for you. How's it going? How's the sheep? And his brothers grab him, and they tie him up, and throw him into a pit. Well, now his life is not so pretty anymore. They took his coat from him. They tore it. They smeared blood on it. They went and told Dad he got killed by an animal. I mean, it was terrible. And then what did they do? Remember? They sold him into slavery. It doesn't get worse. Okay? They said, you know what? Let's just get rid of him. Here comes some slave traders. Wasn't that good timing on their part? Okay? Here comes some slave traders. Let's sell him. Let's sell him to be a slave. Then he'll be out of our hair. And Dad will never figure out what actually happened to him because he'll be gone. He won't survive in slavery anyway. He's such a wimp, you know. You know how brothers are with each other. He's such a wimp. Fine, okay? His life's not so good. Now he gets taken by the slave traders and they bind him up. Okay? They put him in chains. They take him to Egypt and they sell him into slavery. Is his life going so well right now? No. Can't get this. There we go. I can get it to die. No, it's not going so well. So, you know, at this point in time, he's got two options. He can give up and die, or he can believe that all things work together for good for those who love God. But like, you know what? Forget it. My brother sold me into slavery. I'm never going to get home. I'm never going to get anything better. Just do what I'm supposed to do until I die, right? But he didn't choose that method. This is why I love Joseph so much. There's so much to learn from him. He didn't choose that. He said, no, this is terrible. I mean, Joseph was smart enough to know this was bad, okay? This is terrible. But I'm not going to just give up and die. I'm going to be the best I can be. And he gets rewarded for this. He is such an awesome slave. He is so good at what he does that he gets promoted in the household until he's in charge of all the other slaves. It's going pretty good now. Yes. Okay. I'm out of the pit. Yeah, I'm still a slave, but I'm in charge of all the rest of them. So my life's a little easier than the rest of them now, because now I'm in charge of them. It's going great, right? This is wonderful. Yeah. Then his owner, Potiphar, had this wife, but issues. The woman had issues, okay? And she tries to get Joseph to do things he's not supposed to do. And he goes, no, I'm not doing that. So, of course, she says, okay, that's fine. Man, that'd be a lot easier. No. What does she do?
Guards.
She lies about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he knows the story. She lies about him. She says he's trying to do all these terrible things. So what happens? He gets arrested. Now he's arrested and now he's in prison. This is going wonderfully for the man, right? Here we are. My perfect life is knotted up. I'm in chains again. Okay? I'm in a pit again. Because Egyptian prisons weren't like super nice things, guys. So we're in a pit again. We're in jail again. We're in chains again. Nobody likes me again. This is terrible, right? Everything's happening. This is horrible. The man's life is not going so well. Now, I don't know about you, but at this point in time, I'd really be struggling with trusting God. Because I trusted God and I got thrown into a pit. I trusted God, I got sold as a slave. I trusted God, and my position that made my life pretty easy as a slave has been taken from me. Now I'm in jail. So again, he's at a crossroads. He can just give up and die in jail, or he can trust that good is going to come out of the situation. So he's hanging out in jail. And again, dreams like to follow the man around. These guards have, not the guards, sorry. These guys have some dreams. They get thrown into jail with him, and they have some dreams. The cupbearer and the baker. One guy's dream is good news. The other guy's dream, not so good news. Okay? He's like, I wouldn't want to be Joseph at this time. It's like, baker, you know, I'm sorry. But in 3 days he's going to kill you. I'm sorry. That just don't hurt me. That's just what the dream means. I'm sorry, okay? That wasn't so hot. Okay? But the cupbearer's like, guess what? I got good news for you. Guess what's going to happen? 3 days, he's going to take you back. You're going to drop back. Yes. Right? But when you leave, don't forget about me. So, of course, the dreams come true because God told him what they meant. The dreams come true, the baker gets killed, the cupbearer gets his job back, and the cupbearer immediately tells Pharaoh about Joseph. No! Man, this is not going well. Okay? He forgets all about him. How would you feel if you were Joseph? Yeah, he's proven himself worthy again, and he's in charge of helping take care of all the prisoners, but he's still in prison, and this guy who could get you out has forgotten you even exist. I mean, really, this is not going well. Joseph, put the next one up. So far he's went from the pit to slavery to prison. It's not going very well for the man. But he continues, here's the important part, he continues to trust God. That's really important. That's what I love about Joseph's story. He continued to trust God. He said, you know what? My life is in your hands. I'm putting my life, even though it's dirty and messed up and disgusting, I'm putting it into your hands. And I'm trusting that somehow the pit to slavery to prison is going to work out for me. I'm putting it in your hands. Well, if you know the story, you know eventually Pharaoh started having dreams. Okay? And he was like, nobody could tell him what they meant. I would not want to be one of the guys who couldn't tell him what it meant. Okay? Would not, because he's mad. Nobody could tell him. And finally the cupbearer was like, oh, remember that time you got really mad at me and you threw me into jail? There was this dude out there. He could tell me what my dream meant. Go get him. I bet he could do it for you too. Now, I don't know about you, but okay, I'm trying to put myself in Joseph's spot. If I was in Joseph's spot, I would be scared to death right now. Sure, God has given me dreams, but I don't know what they mean yet. That still hasn't been revealed. Sure, he happened to tell me what these other two guys' dreams meant, but that's no guarantee I'm going to figure out what his dream means. But the important lesson, again, we learned from he put his life in God's hands, and he said, okay, God, I'm trusting you're going to use this for my good somehow. Somehow, you're going to take this mess, and you're going to take the fact that I have to go before Pharaoh now, and you're going to work it out for me. So as the story goes, Joseph shows up. Pharaoh tells him what his dreams meant. God tells Joseph what they mean. Okay, here's what it is. We're going to have 7 years of amazing harvest with more food than you can possibly imagine. And then we're going to have 7 years of famine with absolutely no harvest. So Pharaoh, if you're smart, Joseph's being bold now. So Pharaoh, if you're smart, you're going to save up as much food as you can during those good years. Because if you'll save up as much food as you can during those good years, when the not so hot years come, you'll be covered. Pharaoh looks at Joseph and goes, I like you. Not only did you tell me what my dream meant, you gave me a great plan. Right, Joseph? So now he's gone from the pit to slavery to prison to the palace. He said, you know what? I'm going to put you second in command. The only person with more power in this kingdom is going to be me. Everybody else in this kingdom has to listen to you. Do what you need to do. See, Joseph took the not-so-hot life he was dealt, these things that kept happening to him, that at any point in time, he could have just given up and been like, I don't know. I don't know what the point of this is. I don't know what this keeps happening. This is terrible. I've been in a pit because my brothers didn't like me. I've been in slavery because they tried to get rid of me. I've been thrown in prison because people lied about me. Now I'm in the palace. But there's one more lesson we learned from Joseph. See, he knew the palace wasn't his ultimate goal. Go ahead, Joseph. He knew his ultimate goal was paradise. He knew that one day, through all of that badness, God would take him and make him new again. Make him completely clean and whole and not in chains anymore. He just had to trust in God. He just had to trust that all this stuff was going to work out for his good. That's all he had to do. That's why I like Joseph so much. Not because I don't want any of that to happen to me, but because he is the best example of what our life should be like. We're going to have times where we're in a pit. Let me tell you, breaking my car made me feel like I was in a pit. We're going to have times when we feel like we're in slavery, we feel like we're in prison. And we're going to have times where we feel like we're in the palace. But we have to remember our ultimate reward is paradise. And even if I never, the entire time I'm on earth, figure out why these things happen to me, I know that I'm guaranteed paradise because I put my trust in God. And everybody had bowed their heads and closed their eyes. Please, for just a moment. First thing I want to do, because I don't want to get to heaven one day and have God say, why don't you ask? First thing I'm going to ask is, there is anybody here who has not trusted God, has not given their life to God, and you're like, you know what, I'm ready to do that today. I want to know that everything that's happened in my life is going to work out for good because I love God. If that's you, if you're like, I just pray with me, I want to accept Jesus in my heart, just lift your hand up and down real quick. Okay. Anybody else? Then for the rest of us, I have this question. Is there anybody here today you feel like you're in the pit? Or you're in the prison? You're like, I just need God to help me remember that He's got a plan for this. I need God's help to remember that this is going to work out for good somehow. That's you. If you're like, just pray with me. I feel like I'm in the pit right now. I feel like I'm in prison right now. And I just need God to help me remember that this is going to work out for good. Anybody else? Raise your hand. I'm going to ask everybody to stand and we're going to pray together. Dear Jesus, I thank you. I thank you so much for this reminder, for this man's life that we can look at to remember that no matter where we're at, you've got a plan. And your plan's good. And even though what we may be going through right now is not so good, your plan is. And that no matter what happens here on earth, we have that promise of paradise in heaven. I just thank you for that. And I pray that you just come down in each and every person's life today, especially those who raised their hand and they said, you know what, right now I feel like I'm in the pit. I feel like I'm in the prison. I just pray that you come down and work on their heart, work on their minds. God, just let them know, I'm here. I'm with you. This may feel like a pit, this may feel like a prison, but I got a plan. I got a plan, and my plan is always good. God, I just thank you for that. I thank you so much that your plan is always good. That your plan is always the best. Just be with us all today, God, as we go about our day. That you would help us remember in each and every situation we face that your plan is good. All we have to do is love you and trust you. You'll take care of it. I thank you for this reminder. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Okay. I guess Margaret's going to close.
First of all, let's
She's
give
going
a
like
big
this to
hand
me.
for Desiree. Awesome. You were fantastic. I think this might have been the best one I've ever seen so far.
Yeah.
Do you agree? That was just fantastic.
Thank you, Miss Desiree.
My husband is here, but something you don't know is he was fighting the flu today, and he did this just for you guys because he loves you so much. So who's going to
be able to be an example for the festival that's coming up. So let's do that for him. And also remember to invite and invite and invite. I'm so excited for everybody who came today. Also, we have a little a dessert that is in the back for after church, some cake. It was just a little situation where we thought it was a birthday and it wasn't. So we got a little
Because our
treat.
kids are so awesome.
They're so awesome. They deserve it.
They get cake.
So if you would like to stay for that, feel free to
It's
step in
Evan's
the
1 year
back.
anniversary.
Okay,
that
so
is
anyway,
right,
thank
yeah.
you so much, and God bless you guys, and make sure that you step in the back and wish them all